branch. I mean, look at that, guys. I come from 30 miles an hour downhill and it stops. And it skids perfectly straight. I mean, these things are amazing. Yep, I'm happy with the buy. And I think, man, I think after I got these for a good deal, I think I maybe have 150 or 160 bucks in the pair of them. There's a hill slide. Holy cow. I mean, dude, can't beat that. This Versus setup has definitely been good, man. I've found a bike that's modern, reliable, EFI, parallel twin, smooth, fuel gauge, all that stuff that still crushes the gravel road almost as good as a true dual sport. I don't know how I could have been that much happier even with an Africa twin. I really don't. Yeah, I mean, it's newer and it looks cooler, but dude, this is the perfect setup I was looking for, without a doubt. I can feel the front wheel in some of the loose gravel. It kind of pushes through where a 21 might handle it a little better, and that's what the other bikes have. But we're talking small issues, guys. Sent my plate and stuff off, or not my plate, but I sent my title and everything off, my Ohio title, to South Dakota to get it plated there. Just an easier process than messing with West Virginia, and you don't have to be a resident there. So dang, look at that. We've had so much rain in the past few days that it's like the road is almost like a trail with all the mud holes and stuff like that. And it's like, it's just icing on the cake that the knobbies make the bike look cooler too. I mean, that's just, a lot of times you do something to make the bike look cooler and it kills function. But we've added function and we've made it look cooler, which is sweet. And I really, you know, maybe I'm sure I'm not going to get as much miles out of them as you do on the slicks, obviously, but I've gained capability. And let's be honest, I have a motocross bike to ride, I have my DR650 dual sport, I have 2 strokes on the trail, I have the WR project. If I'm riding all those bikes next year, I mean, when you're splitting time between that many bikes, you don't put as many miles on one bike as you think you would. I don't even know what road I'm on now or where this goes or anything. I'm not going to be able to head out this way too long because I'm only got so much of a lunch break, but go out a little ways. 60 miles an hour up the gravel hill with no spin. No wash, no fade, nothing. Absolutely stunning performance. Got a little slide there, but I had it clutched, and it caught it and straightened itself right back up. Oh, looks like a good place to turn around for today, guys. Next time I think I'll see where this leads to when I have more time. The bike has so much torque that, yeah, if I get in a hard lean, or if I get in a kind of an off-camber situation and torque it, it will spin out. But as soon as I let off, or as soon as I correct the camber, it grabs again, it catches, and it's good. And that's about all you can ask for on a 450-pound bike, parallel twin with 70 horsepower. I mean, look how it takes these freaking water holes. Like, even the suspension, it's like a lot of guys bash on it, and they put all these weird Frankenstein setups of suspension on it. Like, yeah, it's not motocross suspension, it's not set up for hardcore hair scrambles off-road, but dude, these water holes, it soaks up like nothing. It's like somebody tuned this suspension for a potholed gravel road, which is like my kind of ride on a bike like this. So I'm rolling 40 down this hill. Front wheel started to grab, I let off, it corrected. I mean, you're not gonna be braking like that, except in an emergency, and that's about all you can hope for. If you're smooth on the throttle, smooth on the brake, smooth on the clutch, this thing's gonna keep you upright and do whatever you need to do. Look at these. Nothing. I mean, here it is. Like blitz and whoops, guys. You ever just been riding and been looking for water holes? I mean, I haven't, but in this bike you can. Oh man, what a fantastic setup. Mike, my buddy Mike, he's got the 2014 model, and he just put crash bars and skid plate on his SW Motec. He said it was kind of a painful install, so I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not even really sure if I need it. I know I definitely need like a radiator guard set up, but I'm not sure if I need the actual crash bars and skid plate. I don't think I'll ever really have it anywhere like that, but we'll see. It's always that possibility. So I'm gonna get through the winter, and if the money's there for that project in the spring, I'll put skid plate and crash bars on it. Just a little insurance policy. Looks like the Rome mount's doing okay. And I was worried about turning the bike and the charger hitting, but you can tell, I mean, probably not ever going to turn the wheel that much unless I'm in a parking lot. especially if I have it like that, I think it's probably always going to be fine.